Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we are looking at an old retired Stampin' Up! Stamp set called Dragonfly Dreams. Absolutely love this. It has a die that goes with it, but I'm trying to do some clean and simple cards and give you some ideas of picking up some of the older sets that you haven't used for a long time and just playing around with some ideas. So I'm taking this one and I'm taking the Bumblebee, and we're going to do a nice sort of spring into summer card. As you know, well, in the UK at the moment anyway, we're transitioning into, you know, real springtime, and the bees are out everywhere. If you've got dandelions in the garden, if you've got, you know, any sort of flowers, the bees are just everywhere, and it's lovely to see them. So I thought I would do something with the bees. I'm using 2 tones of yellow, so Saffron and crushed curry. And we're going to do 2 cards as always, because I like to show you 2 different ways. So I'm going to put the 2 next to each other. Standard card bases, now they are different in the UK to the US because our card stock is different. We have A4 and you have a different size. So Australia is very similar to the UK, Canada is very similar to America. So as I have subscribers throughout the world, I leave it to you to do it. You can do it in any size card. So Saffron, we are going to ink this up, and I'm just going to, so we're going to do the 2 strengths again, but we're going to do something slightly different. So I'm just going to pop it down in that direction, and then I'm going to put it down in that direction as well, and just leave it to press on a bit. There we go. Now I don't think I actually got a lot of ink on there, but let's see if this one's a little better. So I'm just doing 2 of them, one that way and one this way, and this is a lot paler, but that's fine. That's a little bit better. So turn it round and then do it the other way, and this time again I just want to do it so we've got a reasonable bit of space, like a column down the side, and then we'll put the other one down in like that, and we'll put the other one in down like this. So it's how to do 2 cards just using 1st generation, 2nd generation. So that's given us our background. Now I'm just going to give this a clean up. I've just got my scrub off camera so you don't really need to see it. There's a wet and a dry on it, and I do use it a lot because it helps condition the stamps as well, which is good. So that was that one. Now we're going to use the little Bumblebee, and I want to have the Bumblebee. Now the Bumblebee, we want to do him in black. And the reason we want to do him in black is that we are going to be colouring him in, because bumblebees are black and yellow. So I want to colour them in. If we are using a water-based, so if I'm using a marker, I would do it in something like VersaFine Clair, because that is more of an ink-based, although it does work with both if you let it dry. And then if I'm doing it for I'm trying to find my Memento. If I'm doing it for a water-based, then I would use Memento. So I don't know whether I put my Memento somewhere. I tend to use this all the time. So I'm going to use VersaFine Clair, and I am going to use some alcohol markers as well, and I'm just going to show you how you can use them. So we're going to ink the bumblebee up first of all. I'm doing him in black because I want him to show on the background. So we're going to have one of him flying up this direction like that, and then I'm going to put this one in second generation so he's not quite so bright. And I leave him on a little bit long because I want all of the rest of the ink to come off. Can you see how nice and pale he is? Then I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to rotate him because I want them to be flying up. So I'm going to take the next one and put it in at this angle. And then again with the second generation. And with the second generation, I hold it down a little bit longer because I want all the ink that's left to come off like that. Okay, so we've got 2 of the bumblebees flying up. This is going to be the third one, and I'm going to again rotate him so he comes up there and press him down. And then we'll have this one coming in here. Again, give it a little bit more of a press, and then the last one is going to come up on the top like this, and then we'll have this one in on here, and we'll just let that rest for a little bit longer like that. Okay, so we've got 2 bright and not so bright, and that's what I'm trying to show you, that you can do first generation, second generation. You get slightly different looks. If you like that more sort of pastel type look to it, then it's a good idea to do the second generation. If you're not that fussed with the pastels, then you can just do first generation. Now I'm showing you this because it's 2 different ways, and if you want to do multiple cards, it's an easy way of doing 2 cards without you know, using up very much. So let's put these out of the way. Now I was going to take crushed curry, but I'm going to use Stampin' Right marker, and I'm also going to use a stamping blend, so an alcohol marker. So use any alcohol marker that you might have. This one is Daffodil Delight, and it's a dark one. This one is Crushed Curry. So we're going to use this in... So used to shaking my Posca pens, I was just about to shake it. So all I want on here is to just give this bumblebee. Now you can see this is on a water-based one, but if you do it gently, it doesn't matter that you're using alcohol markers on something like the VersaFine Clair, because it still works quite nicely. This one down on the bottom. Oops, this little one down on the bottom. So it's very easy to do. So you can do it with an alcohol marker, or you can do it with, now I've chosen to do it in this one. I'm just looking to see if I've got, I don't think I've got a So Saffron. I'm just having a look in my pens to see if I've got a pale to just make that a little paler. I haven't, so I'm going to have to use it with this one, which is going to be a little bit darker than I would have liked, because I would have liked it to have been a little bit paler, but I think it'll be all right. I just do it gently. You can see how it is a little bit darker though. have liked it a little bit paler, so I would have liked to have had a So Saffron or something like that, which I haven't got. But I know what I'm going to do to try and just tone it a little bit, because I'm doing this second generation. It's going to stand out a bit more, but I've got something that I think will work, and just tone it down a bit. Okay, and what I'm going to use is some Wink of Stella, which I know I've got up in here somewhere. Here we go. So this is a little bit of Wink of Stella. You're not going to be able to see it, but what it will do is it gives a little bit of sparkle, but it also will just tone down the yellow a little bit, because I don't want that yellow to be too bright on this second generation one, because the idea is for it to be quite subtle. In fact, that's actually working quite nicely. Because it's water-based and these are water-based, what it does is it just tones down that colour a little bit. And I'm just going to give them all the way along there, because otherwise it's just not going to look. So I'm just giving it a little bit on the body. So I don't think you can see Wink of Stella on the camera because it's a very fine sparkle. Let's have a look and see. No, you can't really, but it does work quite well at just toning it down a little bit, so you can see the difference of the two. That's really bright, that's a little bit more subtle. Again, it's personal choice, it's how you like it. I don't think I'm going to put a sentiment on this one, because I think I'm going to wait and do it at a later stage. Now, you can have, this is the pale one, so if I put this on the pale one, you can see how it just, you still have a really good sort of bit of colour on there, but it's far more subtle. I'm hoping you can see. If I bring it up a bit, you might be able to see. Yes, you can, just, there we go. You can just see where the Wink of Stella is on there. And that just gives a little bit of a pop on there. But you can see how subtle that is, which I like. And then this one, Full Strength, gives a really nice sort of crisp look. So if you're looking for more of that sort of crisp look, that's first generation. However, if you want 2 cards to send to somebody, it's an easy way to make 2 cards. So you've got the 2 cards going on like that. So again, recap of what we used. We used the stamp set, Dragonfly Dreams. It's an old retired Stampin' Up stamp set. We used the ink, which was So Saffron. That was to do the background. We used VersaFine Clair, VersaFine Onyx Black. You could use VersaFine Clair to stamp the image, and first generation, second generation. And then to colour it, we used an alcohol marker, which was Daffodil Delight on this one. It's the dark, because I haven't got the light one, it's run out. And a Stampin' Right marker, which was Daffodil Delight, to just do that one on there, and then a bit of Wink of Stella to do the sparkly bits. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.